Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mary Miller Gymnasium on the campus of Danville Area Community College for the final game in this afternoon session of the National Junior College Athletic Association Division II Men's Basketball Tournament. This third game features the Thunderbirds of United Tribes Technical College and the Bears of Bevill State College. And now the starting lineups. First for the Thunderbirds of United Tribes Technical College. Starting at a guard, a sophomore, 6 foot 1 inch tall, number 12, Eric Abbey. At the center position, a freshman, 6 feet 8, number 21, Percy Lucier. At a guard position, a sophomore, 6 feet, number 23, Richard McCormick. At a forward, a freshman, 6 feet 3, number 30, Alan Spoonhunter. And at a forward position, a freshman, 6 foot 3, number 32, Randy Holthison. The Thunderbirds are coached by Kevin Finley. And now for the starting lineups for the Bears of Bevill State College. Starting at a guard, a sophomore, 6 feet, number 4, Marcus Tyree. At a forward, a sophomore, 6 feet 4, number 25, Derek Thomas. And a guard, a sophomore, 6 feet 3, number 30, Akbar Stepford. At a forward, a sophomore, 6 feet 6, number 34, Artemis Howard. And at center, a sophomore, 6 feet 8, number 45, Brian Fisher. And the Bears are coached by Rick Bowling.
And our thanks to our public address announcer, Michael Urban, for our starting lineups here in this contest. The United Tribe Thunderbirds are going to be in their traveling black uniforms trimmed in red and in white, while the Bears of Bevill State will be in their home white uniforms trimmed in green and in blue.
Scott, I think a couple of matchups that we need to watch early in this game going to be Lucier and Fisher on the inside, see who can control the boards, and also to watch Spoonhunter for the Tribe to see how his shooting game starts today.
My early estimate is strap on your seatbelts and wait for the ride, because we're going to go up and down the floor with these two teams. The ball is in the air and tipped immediately over the scorer's table and out of play.
Scott, you almost had it. You were wide open. You could have had the first three-pointer of the game. All you had to do was control the ball.
Sad part is I was taking the shot. I know Rick Bowling's offense. You either take the shot, if you make it, you're in. If you miss it, you're out. That's all right with me.
You know where you'd be spending most of your time.
Thunderbirds with the ball, and the first three are on the board. This on a bucket by Randy Holthison, and it's a 3-0 Thunderbird lead. Down the floor we go, and the Bears of Bevill State throw it away.
Well, Bevill trying to push the ball up the court like we thought they were going to do. We thought they had someone in the corner. Pass was just a little bit too high.
Across mid-floor, the Thunderbirds with the basketball. McCormick to the left-hand side will give it up. On the feed, they work to Spoonhunter, cutting across the middle, and now he'll work it back up top. Spoonhunter on the bounce pass, gives McCormick, he'll drive the paint, scoop pass inside, Lucier stops, fakes, shoots, missed it, and the rebound by Bevill State. On the outlet, Fisher will bring the ball into the hands of Stepford. Stepford to the right-hand side, gets it across the timeline, looks to the right, rolls to the left, and a foul from behind is going to be issued to Eric Abbey. That'll be his first and the team's first.
Not a real smart play right there by Abbey, Scott. Just 2 steps across half court. He was playing tough defense, just got a little bit over-aggressive, reached in from behind for the foul.
Over on the right-hand side, Bevill State will inbound the ball. They come up top to Stepford. Stepford to the top of the key. Rolls off to the left-hand side. Now in the middle of the floor, they give to Tyree. Tyree double team, kicks across the top to Stepford. Stepford looks down low. Bounce pass in the corner to Howard. Howard having some trouble. He's double teamed. Dumps it upstairs. Stepford now double teamed. Quickly to the middle of the floor. They work at right-hand side, Tyree. Tyree across court, Stepford. Down low, they work to Howard. Howard on the baseline. Fakes, drives, travels.
And so far, Scott, out of the Tribe, we have seen some tenacious defense trapping in the first line change for Bevill.
That's it for those 5, and a new 5 will check in for Rick Bowling.
Coach Bowling not happy at all with what his team was doing on the offensive end of the court, threw the ball away 2 consecutive trips, and all 5 take a seat.
3-0, the lead by United Tribes in the backcourt. Spoonhunter brings it across the timeline to the right-hand side. Spoonhunter with the spin in the paint, turns, shoots, scores.
What a beautiful move to fake the spin to the left, come back and get the separation for the shot. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
And Abby tried to knock the ball away, does so, but out of bounds, and it's going to come back to Bevill State, far away from home.
And here we see some full court pressure once again from the Tribe with the 1-2-2.
They work the inbound to Thomas Wesley. Wesley on the backcourt bounce. In the middle to Wesley. Back now to Allums. To Wesley. On the bounce pass in the corner to Harge. Harge down low in the corner, and the ball's knocked out of bounds. Derek Mason went after it but couldn't come up with it. United Tribe the last to touch it. It'll come back to the white-clad Bears on the right-hand side of the forecourt. With the inbound all the way up top. Wesley, cross-court Allums. Down low, looks to Harge, comes back up top Wesley. Wesley to the left-hand side on the bounce pass to Bach. The ball is knocked out of bounds. And what great defensive effort that time by Richard McCormick.
And there's that name McCormick coming up against Scott, making the defensive play this time.
Right-hand side, they work it back to the left. Bears with the ball in the corner, double team coverage. Harge is going to drive baseline, shoots, missed it. Rebound by Harge, puts it back up, way off the mark. Down low, underneath, Bach has it, stops, pops, misses. Harge again with the ball, turns, shoots, finally scores. 4 different rebound put-back opportunities. They finally get one to drop. United Tribes up the floor. Abby with the ball, feeds it out left-hand side. Spoonhunter fakes the 3. Now a 17-footer off the side of the rim, and it won't go on the rebound by Bevill State.
And this line change so far for Bevill State is working well, Scott.
Allums from 3, good. And Allums with his first 3, tied at 5s, and in the backcourt, the Bears are going to trap McCormick in the corner. The ball is knocked out of bounds, and it'll come back to United Tribes.
Well, United Tribes got very lucky there to even have the ball knocked out of bounds because they were 5 seconds away from a backcourt violation.
17:20 left to go here in the first half. We're knotted at 5s. Spoonhunter signals the play across the midcourt stripe. Toe-to-toe with Allums, takes him to the hole, now dumps off with the jumper on the way. Holtison missed it off the back of the rim. Rebound by the Bears to the right-hand side. Wesley 3-on-2 on the cross-court feed. Allums stops, 3-point pop, won't fall. And the rebound by the Tribe. Upward they give to Abby, 1-on-1, layup, good.
Already has the ball back on the offensive end of the court before the Tribe even knows that it's in bounds.
Double teamed Harge. He'll get rid of the ball. Quickly they feed on the baseline to Allums. Allums inside to Bach. Bach double team. Back to Allums. Allums across the front court. On the cross court feed. Works the ball in and out of the hands of Harge. It goes out of bounds, and the turnover will give it back to the Thunderbirds.
And Scott, that was the 3rd turnover for Bevill State, which brings in another line change. 5 new players. And I think during this game, we're going to be seeing a lot of these line changes. These boys are running up and down the court. They're playing hard. And as they come out, Rick Bowling is shaking every one of their hands, telling them they did a nice job while they were in there, got their team back, and got them on the board.
7-5, the lead by the Thunderbirds. Over on the right-hand side, United Tribe with the ball. They kick in the corner. Abby on the drive. One-hander blocked away by Fisher. Bear basketball, 3-on-2, up the floor. They work it over to the left-hand side. Stefford with the ball. Now on the baseline, kicks it across the top. Thomas, right-hand side. Howard, 3, good.
And here comes the Tribe. 2 passes up court and a wide layup for Abby.
Abby with the layup, wide open at the other end. He's got 4. 9-8, 15:55 left to play here in the first half. United Tribe with the lead, and they're going to steal the basketball at midcourt. Falling out of bounds with it, however, was Holtison, and it'll come right back to the Bears of Bevill State.
What a beautiful guard trap the Tribe put on that time on Bevill State.
And
Stefford had no idea that the guards were even there.
We've got a timeout on the floor. Let's take it. 9-8. The lead belongs to United Tribes. You're listening to the NJCAA Division II Men's Basketball National Tournament Network. Bevill State basketball after the timeout. 15:35 left to play here in the first half. 9-8 Bears trail. Off to the right-hand side, Tyree. He's going to fire it up from 18 feet. Missed it off the side. Fisher with the rebound. Put back is good.
And what an athlete Fisher is. He was 2 steps outside the lane and jumped in to grab that offensive rebound and put it back.
This time the Bears get into the backcourt before the full court pass could be made, and Stepford steals it, gave it to Tyree, and Tyree is going to be fouled. And this foul is going to come on Alan Spoonhunter. It'll be his first and the second for the Thunderbirds.
Scott, we are seeing some up and down the court basketball. They are playing baseline to baseline, and to use another one of our cliches, this is just a track meet.
On the bounce pass left side, Tyree, baseline, they work. Thomas inside to Howard, and he lost the handle. Thunderbird basketball, up the floor they come. McCormick across midcourt, stops, pops, a 3 on the way, and it won't fall. Tyree with the rebound. Bevill State will go in the opposite direction. On the feed, up the floor, in and out of the hands of Howard, but last touch by Randy Holteson.
Well, both of the United Tribes coaches came off the bench on that one. They thought for sure that they had forced the 5th turnover on Bevill State, but it goes back to Bevill.
Off the inbound, a 3 on the way by Howard is good. Artemis Howard with 6 points. 13-9, the Bear 4-point advantage in the backcourt. Spoonhunter gets rid of it to McCormick. McCormick down the floor, wide open Lucier, one-on-one. He spins, shoots, no good, but a foul is going to be issued to the white-clad Bears. Marcus Tyree with his first personal, and it's the first against Rick Bowling's team.
Well, that's not a matchup you want if you're Coach Rick Bowling, to have Marcus Tyree at 6 foot trying to stop Percy Lucier at 6'8" from driving in the lane.
Spoonhunter with a spin at the free throw line, shoots, scores! Spoonhunter with 4. To the left side, Bear basketball, having some trouble inside, and the Tribe are going to steal it. To the left-hand side, Abbey. Abbey on the give. Spoonhunter kicks it in the corner to McCormick, and McCormick didn't know it was coming.
And the 3rd turnover by the Tribe that time, I don't know if he didn't know it was coming or it just looked like he was ready to shoot, but he didn't have the ball yet. He seemed like he kind of had that look on his face that I have a wide open 3. He just didn't get the handle on the ball.
I got to tell you, Angelo Yost, if there is a better passing team in this tournament than the Tribe, I want to meet them.
We haven't seen them yet. They know how to pass the ball. They know which pass to use. They know where to put it. They know the angle that they need to have. And more often than not, they're quite successful.
Bevill State with a wholesale substitution in the paint with the basketball. Bethel will work it up top. Mason missed the jumper. Tribe rebound up the floor. They give to Abbey one-on-one. Abbey missed it. Boy, he just knew he was going to get hammered by Mason. Mason stopped and let him shoot too hard. On the drive, Bevill State up the floor. Landrum lost it out of bounds, but it was touched by the Tribe, and it'll come back to Bevill State underneath the Bears' den with 13:54 left to play here in the first half, and a 13-11 Bevill State lead. Off the inbound in the corner, they work to Jones. Jones across the top, double team, now feeds to Mason. Mason holds in between the rings, kicks off right side. Bethel back to Mason, and the only person there to see it was McCormick. Finally, Mason will come out of the pile with it. He shoots, misses, rebound underneath by United Tribes. And we've got a foul going in the other direction.
Well, Scott, I think that turnover for Bevill, that foul right there was caused because Bethel had a wide open shot, and instead of going up and taking the shot at the height of his jump, he tried passing to Mason when he was cutting in the lane. Mason wasn't watching. He was looking to block someone out, and he thought the shot was going up.
By the way, we want to welcome all of the stations along the network. We have WKXM-FM out of Winfield, Alabama, and WFFN-AM out of Jasper, Alabama, along with KLXX-AM out of Bismarck, KLND out of Little Eagle, South Dakota, and KILI out of North Dakota. That, along with our flagship station here in Danville, Illinois, make this game the most broadcasted contest of the tournament with 6 radio stations and Time Warner Cable out of Danville, Illinois, 1 television station. Upstairs with the ball, United Tribe losing the handle. Spoonhunter pushes it off to Lucier. Lucier on the drive, goes up, one-handed hook, no good. Rebound on the floor, and Bevill State has it. On the drive, Howard with the ball, kick between his legs. To the left-hand side, he looks to work, having some trouble at midcourt. The Tribe come up with it. On the handoff to McCormick, and he missed the shot. Rebound by Bevill State. McCormick stole it away from him, and now we've got a foul, and I think they're going to get McCormick for stripping the ball.
Yeah, it's going to go against McCormick. He was just very frustrated that time. He had a wide open layup, no one within 2 or 3 feet of him, and I'm not sure what he was thinking, Scott. He was overexcited, or maybe it's just one of those where you think to yourself all the way down the court, don't miss the shot, don't miss the shot, don't miss the shot, and then clank.
All that action at midcourt. I think McCormick was surprised he finally had some leather in his hand. 12:45 left to play here in the first half. 13-11, the lead by Bevill State. They have the basketball. Up top, Howard. Take a moment to catch our breath. Now he'll work it in the corner. Landrum from three. Missed it off the side of the rim, and the rebound by the Tribe. Thunderbird basketball up the floor. Spoonhunter leads the 4-on-3. Spoonhunter to the right-hand side. Kicks in the corner. Wide open three on the way, and it's good by Troy Blunt.
Bevill didn't even get anyone out to contest the shot. There isn't anyone that came out beyond the lane that time to even put a hand in his face.
Howard travels, and the ball on the turnover comes back to the Thunderbirds. And these 5 are going to get a rest. 5 more check in.
And Scott, that's the 8th turnover by Bevill. The Tribe is doing an excellent job on the defensive half of the court, forcing turnovers, stepping in the passing lanes, and Bevill's making some pretty poor decisions on their offensive end right now.
Well, we warned people to strap in with some seat belts, and it's been just that kind of game. Up and down the floor we go. Spoonhunter to the right side, trying to get it to McCormick, picked off by Tyree. 1-on-1, Tyree, layup, good, and he's got his first 2.
And the 5th turnover by the Tribe.
Yet down the floor, Lucier with the dunk.
Scott, I say we just shut the shot clock off right now.
16-15, the Thunderbirds are up by 1 in the corner. Bevill State with the ball. Now they work back up top. Stepford to Tyree, a 3, it's good. 5 points for Marcus Tyree. The Thunderbirds to the right-hand side. They'll kick it into the forecourt. Top of the key, McCormick fakes a 3. Spoonhunter 3 to answer. In and out, won't go. Rebound underneath by Lucier. He stops, pops, missed it, but he's fouled.
What a great move by Lucier to get that ball away from Fisher so that he could even get it off. At about 6'8", Fisher's wingspan has got to be every bit of 8 foot. He is just huge on the inside. And Lucier brought the ball all the way down to his knees on a double pump to keep it away from him and get the shot off.
At the line, Piercy Lucier. At the charity stripe, he's got 2 coming. 2 points to his credit, and he misses the first one. Scoring for the Thunderbirds, Blunt with 3, Abbey with 4, Lucier with 2, Spoonhunter 4, and Holteson with 3. Next one on the way. It is up and good. Lucier with 3 points, 18-17. The lead belongs to the Thunderbirds. Bevill State with the ball. Here's a jumper from 3 outside. It won't go. The rebound snuck to the ground and out of bounds.
And Scott, Josh Bean, who covers Bevill State during the year, sitting beside me here keeping stats, just told me that there have been 12 points scored in the last minute of this game.
I think we'll surpass that at some point. Here's a full court feed. It goes to Lucier. Lucier outside, rolls into the paint, pulls up, kicks. Holteson with a jumper. It is good from 3.
Well, Holteson found his shot. He was another one that struggled quite a bit last night for the Tribe, and so far he has been dead on.
10:55 to play here in the first half. In the corner, Howard with the ball. Double teamed. The ball knocked loose. McCormick comes away with it. McCormick will push the ball up the floor across the timeline. Left-hand side. Spoonhunter, McCormick in the corner. They give. Spoonhunter from 3, and he missed it. And the rebound by Bevill State. Up the floor, Fisher. They've got a 3-on-1. The drive by Thomas. Good! And he's going to be fouled. Thomas got the bucket. The foul is going to be on Lucier. That'll be his first, so the hoop and the harm will send Thomas to the line.
Well, that time Lucier was there, but he didn't stand his ground. Instead of standing his ground and falling down with the contact, he backed away and took a couple steps as Thomas came driving in the lane. You can't do that. If you do that, it's going to be a defensive foul.
Thomas trying to add to his 2 points.
That's amazing that Thomas only has 2 points at this point in the game. He's been one of the leading rebounders and leading scorers for Bevill State all year.
At the line, the free throw is no good. And the rebound inside, and Bevill State's going to get caught for over the back. Peter Bach is going to pick up the personal. And that'll be his first, the 4th against the white-clad Bears. Now for you Bevill State fans listening back in Alabama, superfan Charlie Gray is on hand. giving Coach Rick Bowling some pointers over on the sideline.
He has been one of their biggest fans all week, Scott. Right behind the bench all the time, clapping and cheering. And maybe not so much sometimes when he sees his team not playing so well.
Lucier off to the right-hand side for the Tribe. They dump it down low right into the hands of Kenyatta Hards for Bevill State. He'll bring it across midfloor, dumps to Bach. Bach almost threw it away, gives to Allums. Allums in the corner. Works it to Thomas. Thomas spins out of trouble. Upstairs to Wesley, and now they want to slow it down. Never, ever thought I'd actually say that in this contest. Allums upstairs to Wesley. Wesley up to the right-hand side. Back to Thomas. Left-hand corner. Allums from three. Good.
And Allums is just a pure jump shooter. When he squares up, it's like he has the ball on the tee and he just knocks it down.
Spoonhunter with the ball inside. Holthison layup. No good. Rebound by Bevill State. Bach clears. Gives to Hards. Hards has it knocked out of his hands. Picked up by McCormick. 2-on-2. McCormick with a three ball. In and out. It won't go. And the rebound by Bevill State. We got to figure out what rotation United Tribes is using on that basketball. It just won't drop from outside.
They're hitting every single piece of that rim, though.
Wesley missed it. Rebound. Thunderbirds. McCormick on the outlet. Gives up the floor. Blunt spins. Stops. He's fouled. He'll go to the line for two.
And once again, Scott, we see the defensive player, as soon as he commits the foul, he wound up. He took everything but the ball. And as soon as that whistle was blown, he turned around, thumbs in the air, looking at the ref, begging for that jump ball, knowing darn well he was not going to get it.
And Kevin Finley wants a full timeout. We'll take it. 9:23 left to go here in the first half. 23-20. Bevill State leads United Tribes. You're listening to the NJCAA Division II Men's Basketball National Tournament Network. (23-20). The lead belongs to Bevill State. 9:23 left to go here in the first half. At the line for the Thunderbirds, Troy Blunt. He's got two freebies coming. First one on the way is good. He's got four. Abbey with four. Lucier with three. Spoonhunter 4. And Holthison with 6. Next one on the way. It is up and it is good. 23-22, the 1-point lead belongs to Bevill State. They have the basketball on the right-hand side. They dribble back to the left. Kick to Tyree. Tyree out beyond the arc. Now works to Bethel. Bethel in between the rings. Looks off left-hand side. Can't find anybody. Comes back Fisher, top of the key. He fakes, now drives. Lost the handle. Comes up with it. The tenacious defense of the Thunderbirds result in a turnover. On the give, Spoonhunter stops, pops, and scores.
What a great pass from McCormick. Once again, McCormick making the feed underneath. And great body control by Spoonhunter to get that shot off and not get it blocked.
Underneath, Allums fakes the three. Rolls up top, gives to Tyree, to Bethel. Bethel in the corner, Allums on the lob to Fisher. Fisher back outside. Tyree from three, good.
Tyree, what a great shooter he is. And Bevill State coming up with the turnover in the backcourt. Marcus Tyree had to come all the way across half court, 2 steps and jump to prevent Bevill State from creating an over and back turnover. And Marcus Tyree once again for 3 from the top of the key.
11 points for Marcus Tyree. 29-24. The 5-point lead belongs to Bevill State. Here's a jumper in the corner by Spoonhunter. It's good. He's got 8. Quickly up the floor, Tyree wanted another 3, but he stepped on the out-of-bounds line, coming up with a basketball. 8:01 left to go here in the first half, 29-26 as we move up and down the floor.
And Scott, that's the 12th turnover by Bevill State, which is going to allow the Tribe to try to cut into this lead. Heck, we don't even know right now they can tie it or go ahead with a 4-point play the way this game's going.
Off to the left side, Lucier with the basketball on the baseline, kicks for the Thunderbird and throws it away into the hands of Stepford. Stepford on the bounce, Allums layup, missed it. Rebound comes up in the hands of the Thunderbirds. On the outlet, Lucier, he'll take a coast-to-coast layup, is no good. Fisher had the rebound and lost it out of play.
I think one of the biggest statistics we're going to watch in this game is going to be how many layups have been missed by both teams. Easy, wide-open layups, or maybe just with a little bit of defensive pressure. You've got to connect on the bunnies underneath.
Can't imagine what our score would be if they have connected on layups.
That's true.
Spoonhunter on the baseline, pulls up, shoots. It is no good off the side of the rim, and the rebound by the Bears. On the outlet feed, Landrum. Landrum will get it up the floor. Stepford stops, pops, scores. Stepford with his first two.
What a beautiful move that time by Stepford. How many times do you see the offensive player take it one dribble too far and commit the charge?
To the right side, Blunt with the ball on the baseline, kicks to Lucier. Lucier up top, McCormick from three, count it.
We've got to be going for some kind of scoring record here, Scott. It's already 31-29.
Tyree from three, count it.
That was at least, what, 23 feet out? He didn't even hesitate as soon as he touched the ball.
34-29, the lead by Bevill State. Spoonhunter with a three. 3 threes in a row. 34-32, the lead belongs to Bevill State. Inside they work to Fisher, in and out of his hands on the baseline. Landrum came out with it, missed the shot, and the rebound by United Tribe. They're going to push it up the floor to the right-hand side. Blunt with the basketball, out beyond the arc, kicks in the corner. McCormick fakes the three. Now he'll toe one up. It's in and out, won't go, and the rebound knocked out of bounds belongs to the Thunderbirds.
And once again, the lid stays on the basket for the Tribe. That ball did everything but fall through. And Scott, already Marcus Tyree has 4 3-pointers in this game.
6:25 to play here in the first half, 34-32. Inbounding the ball underneath, Eric Abbey. Looking up top, finds over on the right-hand side. Holteson, he'll kick upstairs. Blunt fakes the three, 16-footer on the way. Missed it off the front of the rim, and the rebound by Fisher. On the outlet for the Bears, he gives to the right-hand side, Stepford. Stepford in the middle, works to Thomas, layup, no good. And a foul is going to be whistled.
And
The foul is going to be on McCormick.
I think pretty soon we're going to see some intentional fouls being made by both of these teams just so they can get a breather on the line.
Well, I've got a statistic here. Yesterday, in the first 10 minutes of the game, Rick Bowling went to the water cooler 12 times. That was just in the first 10 minutes of yesterday's game. So we'll have to get our chief statistician online to count the number of trips to the water cooler today. Meanwhile, the first free throw is good for Artemis Howard. He's got 7. Next point on the way. Attempting to put the Bears up by 4. This one is good. 8 points for Artemis Howard.
And Scott, already in this game, both teams have combined and connected on 13 threes.
The total between two teams high for the tournament, 21, and that was in the first game yesterday. Meanwhile, the Tribe throw it away. Jim Welling, the Owens Community College coach, with the grab. I told Jim he looked open enough. He should have taken the shot.
And 9 turnovers right there by the Tribe.
6 minutes to go here in the first half. Bevill State with the ball and a 4-point lead and a jumper in the corner, and it won't fall, and the Thunderbirds have the board. They'll clear out to the left side. Holteson deep in the corner. Stops and looks for help. Wide open, Blunt shoots the 3 ball, missed it, and the rebound inside Bevill State. Having some trouble is Graham, and Graham will finally clear to Stepford. Stepford will push it down the floor to the right-hand side. All the way across the court they give. Hard's 3, missed it. Rebound all the way up top. Tribe with the ball. Blunt all alone, gets the layup. Good.
What a great defensive effort that time by Stepford. Going up, couldn't get it with his right hand, came around with his left, and avoided the foul.
Hartz with the ball, missed the shot. Rebound, Tribe, up the floor they come. Down by 2. On the no-look, inside, Hackett, layup, good. We're all tied at 36s with 5:13 left to play here in the first half. Stepford having some trouble with the ball. Gives in the corner to Hards. Baseline one-handed reverse is good. Hards with 4.
And right now, Tribe players and coaches are asking for a double dribble or a travel up top the last trip down when Harge had the ball on the top of the key before he made the pass, and they're not getting any satisfaction on the call here from the referees.
Well, I'll tell you what, with all the noise in the gym, I didn't even hear the whistle. The foul was accredited to Chev Hackett, sending to the free throw line Harge. He's got 4 points. He'll try to add to it. This one is up, and it is good. He's got 5. 39-36. Bevill State leads. 5:04 left to play here in this first half.
And now we see Derek Thomas and Spoon Hunter come back in for their respective teams.
In the backcourt, Spoon Hunter will inbound. He's got 11 points for the Thunderbirds. Looking to inbound, they do so. Underneath, back to Spoon Hunter. Spoon Hunter will bring it up the floor, up to the left-hand side. Now rolls to the middle. Looking for help down low, can't find any. Instead, he's going to dribble up top. Now pulls out of traffic and gives to Holteson. Holteson, right side, to the top of the key, in the paint, one-handed layup, no good, but the rebound's tapped out of bounds. The last to touch it, they say, was Eric Abbey, and I'll tell you what, there was no question in my mind. Bevill State knocked it out of play.
Yeah, I think that time that Marcus Tyree was almost standing out of bounds when he touched the ball. I'm not sure where that call came from, Scott.
Well, it doesn't make the Thunderbird faithful very happy. But the Bears with the ball. Top of the key. They work right side. On the drive. Graham pulls up, shoots, scores.
What a great move in the lane by Graham. 2 dribbles in the lane, pull up. Nice soft touch on the shot.
McCormick from 3. Missed it off the front of the rim, and the rebound by Bevill State. On the outlet pass, they give the ball to the left side. Howard has it on the baseline. He spins, and it was stripped out of his pocket by McCormick. United Tribe go the other way. On the lob, Abbey one-on-one, stops, shoots, won't go. And the rebound by Graham underneath for Bevill State. Will go in the other direction. Stepford has it knocked away on the full court pass by McCormick and out of bounds.
Well, that last trip down the court for the Tribe offensively, Abbey just took an ill-advised shot, hoping that if he put the ball up, he was going to draw the foul. But he gave up a couple inches on the defensive end, and there was just no way that he could get the ball over the top of both Bevill State defenders.
Inbounding the ball will be Kenyatta Harge. He's got 5 points. And once again, Rick Bowling tries to get away with 6 men on the floor.
Well, the way these guys are running, they should have to take one off the floor.
Here's a 3 on the way. Tyree way off the mark, but Fisher down underneath gets the layup and puts it back in. He's got 4. Question on that, Angela, is do you give him a missed shot or an assist?
Well, I'm not sure right there. Brian Fisher, just an excellent rebounder, and if the Tribe's going to be successful in trying to keep him out of this game, somebody has to put a body on him.
Spoon Hunter missed the first shot, but he gets a second effort. This time it also fails, and with the rebound, Bevill State pushes up the floor. Tyree drives, shoots, missed, tip, good by Brian Fisher, and he's got 6. Now they're going to give it to Harge. Spoon Hunter on the other end of the floor, misses a layup, and the rebound by Bevill State. Down the floor they push. Bounce pass, left-hand side. Harge drives, one-handed reverse, won't fall. Rebound, put back, Mason doesn't go. And this time the tip knocked all the way out top. Tyree with a 3, doesn't fall, and Spoon Hunter with the ball. On the outlet feed, works it to the Tribes. Abbey, he'll spin, kick in the corner. Holteson, 3 on the way, missed it. Rebound, down on the baseline, and the Thunderbirds want to slow. McCormick up top, Holteson's going to drive. Feed, Spoon Hunter, inside, Piercy, one-handed hook shot, no good. Let's go the other way.
The Tribe having some difficulty now at the offensive end of the court. 3 consecutive trips down with nothing to show for it.
Tyree missed it. Harge with the putback. It's blocked away by Lucier. Harge comes up with it. Now looks around. Feeds it across the floor to Mason. Mason with the ball. Back to Harge. 3 on the way, and it's in and out. Doesn't fall. We've got the ball knocked out of bounds, and the last to touch it was Marcus Tyree. It'll come back to the Tribe.
And Scott, it looks to me like all the substitutions Bevill State has been doing are really starting to wear on United Tribes. They're not as quick, they're not getting in the air as quick, and they're rebounding. They're not as quick up and down the court as Bevill State is. And I just don't know if they have the number of athletes that it's going to take to keep with Bevill State in this game.
Not sure we have enough people in the press box to get us through this game. 45-36. The advantage belongs to Bevill State.
Uh-oh, once again, Bevill State has 6 kids on the floor.
Well, that's
I think that's pretty much been the story for the game, but it's hard. I tell you what, these guys from Bevill State, they just run up there knowing that they're going in, and they oftentimes don't report in, Scott. They just go up there and wait for the buzzer to sound, and then they get up and run in the game. And as a statistician, or when you're keeping track of the book, it's hard to tell who's supposed to be in the game.
Well, and what happened here was he was sending players in almost one at a time, and kids weren't coming out. And now the official's going to warn Rick Bowling to make sure the kids check into the game. Now, one of the kids did not check into the game. Allens has to come back into play. He's got to recheck in. Somebody, and that'll be Artemis Howard, has to come out of the lineup. So we believe we've got everybody in the game that's supposed to be in the game. Meanwhile, the Thunderbirds inbound the ball. Up the floor they give. Holteson outside the arc, pops and scores.
Well, with all the confusion that was going on right there with the Bevill State substitution, a much-needed rest for the United Tribes.
Allens on the alley-oop, missed it. And the rebound by McCormick. United Tribe will go in the other direction. 45-39, the Tribe trail with the drive. Piercy blocked away inside, and goaltending is going to be called.
Yeah, I think that was goaltending, Scott. That ball was way up in the air. That was coming down towards, and Derek Thomas, I'm not sure what his vertical is, pretty much out of the gym. He went way above the rim to grab that ball and knock it out.
Well, and what about Kenyatta Harge? I can't believe he can get up that high.
Yeah, what is Kenyatta? All of 6'2", 6'3"? Let's take a look here. 6'1".
Meanwhile, Bevill State having some trouble with the handle on the ball. They come up with it, bounce it off the arm of Lucier, and out of bounds it goes. 1:49 left to play in the first half. 45-41. The lead belongs to Bevill State, and they'll inbound underneath the Bears' den. Rick Bowling wants a timeout. It's a 20, so we'll keep it here, and everybody gets an opportunity to take a couple of deep breaths and get set for the final 1 minute and 49 seconds of this first half of basketball.
Well, you see everybody on media row kind of shaking their hands out, getting writer's cramp down there, trying to keep up with their own play-by-play. As you got smoke coming off of pencils, pens running out of ink. We've got guys dropping. We're going to have to get some oxygen here just for the statisticians who are trying to follow this game.
Bart Hughes, our chief statistician for the national tournament, working the cyber sports computer to the bone on this one. Looked over and saw little keypads flying around.
And it's not even the substitutions from Bevill that's killing him like they were last night. It's just the up and down pace.
Bevill State with the ball. Boy, they had Howard wide open off the inbound, and he could never find the handle. Now they give it up top. Jumper on the way. This one is in and out for the Bears, and the rebound by United Tribe. On the outlet, they give to Holteson. Holteson to the right-hand side. Works in the corner to Abbey. Quick feed down low to Log. Back up top it comes. McCormick on the cross court. Inside to Log. Log back out. 3 on the way by McCormick. Good. 6 points by McCormick. Bevill State with the ball off to the right-hand side. They're going to work it back upstairs. 45-44. Bears lead by 1. Stepford with a 3. This one is good.
Well, Scott, we've got to be getting close to a record on number of threes in a game, definitely in a half.
Abbey with the ball over on the right-hand side. Full court feed. He goes to Lucier. Inside he turns, shoots, missed it. Rebound by Bevill State. On the outlet feed, they're going to give it to Stepford. Stepford will take it into the paint. Stops, hands off, inside, layup. No good. And the Tribe with the rebound. 44 seconds to play here in the first half. On the lob, down the floor. They give to Abbey. Layup, good.
And Scott, the Tribe has really changed their philosophy of what they were doing last night during the game. On the defensive end, as soon as Bevill lets that first shot go, the Tribe is releasing one of their guards down the court for that easy layup attempt.
Bevill State up by 2 with the ball. Tyree up near the center court circle. Works it off over onto the right-hand corner. Stepford having some trouble, and finally a foul is going to be whistled, and this is going to come against Eric Abbey. We're going to shoot a 1-and-1 with 19 seconds left to go here in the first half. 48-46. The lead belongs to Bevill State.
And Scott, it looked like that time that Bevill State might actually be trying to work the clock for one last shot. With 20 seconds left on it, that would have been some kind of record for them.
At the line, Stepford. The front end of the 1-and-1 is up, and it is good. Akbar Stepford with his 6-point Also for the Bears, Tyree with 14, Hards with 7, Allen 6, Thomas with 2, Howard with 8, Graham with 2, and Fisher with 4. Next one on the way. This one is up, and it is no good. Rebound inside, tipped out of bounds, and the ball belongs to the Thunderbirds of United Tribes Technical College.
And Scott, with the miss, Stefford is 4-6 from the line this half.
Holtison inbounds the ball. The official dropped it at his feet, and it almost came up and handcuffed him. McCormick across the timeline. Holtison heavily guarded up top. Gives it off to McCormick. 6 seconds on the half clock. Over to the left-hand side. They cross court. Holtison to McCormick from 3 at the buzzer. No good. And we've completed the first half of play, where Bevill State Community College of Fayette, Alabama leads United Tribes Technical College out of North Dakota 49-46. We're going to take a 2-minute break. Come back and recap the first half. You're listening to the NJCAA Division II Men's Basketball National Tournament Network.
It's right up there, okay? You just tell me when. This is play right here. Okay. Just tell me when. That's it? Oh, very good. You're welcome.
Worrying about their names. They've been saying them wrong all the time.
Well, I don't want to say them wrong. I tell you what, there's a couple, though, I still don't know about. What about, is this Kenyatta?
Kenyatta
Kenyatta
Harge.
Harge, Damian Bellis, that's Allums?
Dan Allums.
Dan Allums, what's this?
I can't legally blind.
Darian?
Darian Cox.
Darian Cox.
Darian Cox.
Dracus Graham?
Dracus Graham.
Dracus, Derek Charles, Lander, Peter Bach, Brian Fisher. Okay, I got it now. Okay.
I appreciate it.
All right, glad to have you here in Danville.
Okay.
Time for one.
Music in there? Tracy, is there music in here? Just hit play. I don't think there's anything in there.
your 50-50 raffle tickets on sale in the lobby of the Mary Miller Center. Proceeds go to support the DACC Jaguar Booster Club. And the current jackpot for the winner is $2,450. Winning ticket will be drawn at halftime of the championship game on Saturday night.
Send them down to hospitality room.
Underway with second half action. 19:38 left to play here in the game. 49-46. Bevill State with a 3-point lead. We'll check some of the stats here in a moment. Meanwhile, United Tribes with a 3 on the way by McCormick. It's no good. Abbey comes up with a Thunderbird rebound. He'll feed it upstairs. They work to the left-hand side, Spoonhunter. Now to Holtison. Holtison, right side, McCormick. McCormick on the cross-court. Spoonhunter, 18-footer is no good. Tip no good. Put back by Abbey, no good. And the rebound finally controlled by Bevill State. Up the floor, they'll push. Stepford on the alley-oop, down the floor. Howard stops, pops, missed it, and he's going to be fouled. He'll head to the line. Well, Angela Yost, some of those numbers from the first half of basketball were quite large.
Quite large indeed, Scott. But I think if you thought we had to strap in the first half, we better watch out the second half. I talked with one of Coach Rick Mulling's assistants during halftime, and he said they were going to break the all-time scoring record for a game, which is 131, which means they're going to have to put up about 80 points in this half to get there. For the first half, both teams combined shot 36 of 87 from the field. Both teams also grabbed 53 rebounds. United Tribes had 22 on the year. They're averaging 29 for a game, and Bevill had 31, averaging 41 for a game.
First free throw was good. The second one was not. And Bevill State with a 4-point lead defend the Thunderbirds as they work it into the forecourt. McCormick off to the right-hand side. Spoonhunter down low. Lassier. Lassier on the baseline. Takes it to the paint. Stops. Now fakes. Gives upstairs. Holtison on the drive. One-hander off the glass. No good. Fisher with the rebound. On the outlet handoff, he gives it up the floor. Stepford to the right side on the bounce pass, works it to Thomas. Thomas will take it into the paint. Double team coverage, lays it up, missed it. Rebound inside, fought for, picked up by Howard. The putback is off the glass and good.
And that time with that putback, Howard had his back to the basket, had his back to Lucier, and put the ball right up over the top of his head, right over the front of the rim.
Off to the right side, the inbound was thrown the full length of the floor to Abbey and knocked out of play. Well, again, we want to thank Letitia Stewart for joining us to talk about United Tribes Technical College. There were so many more questions to ask and not nearly enough time. Meanwhile, Spoonhunter with the ball for the Thunderbirds. Up top, McCormick. Down low, Lassier. He stops, shoots, and he's going to be fouled underneath by Darian Cox. And we want to take the opportunity to recognize those along the network, including WKXM FM out of Winfield, Alabama, WFFN AM out of Jasper, Alabama, KLND out of Little Eagle, South Dakota, KLXX AM out of Bismarck, North Dakota, and KILI out of North Dakota.
And Scott, I'm sorry, Scott, for Bevill State, number 24, who just checked into the game, I was just told Darian Cox, a player that's been seldom used during the year, he wears a big knee brace on his left knee, and that's a big part of the reason. He had hurt his knee during the tournament last year, and it thought he was going to redshirt.
Stepford on the drive, play up, good! Off of the missed free throw opportunities by United Tribes, and it's a 54-46 lead for Bevill State. United Tribes into the forecourt, on the drive, layup, no good, rebound inside, knocked out of bounds, and Cox couldn't hold on to it.
Well, unfortunately for United Tribes, Lucier made a great move, driving all the way down the lane, keeping under control, put the layup up, and it went straight out of bounds. And Scott, I think we'd both be rich if we had a nickel for every time in this game we said layup good, layup up, and no good.
Yeah, that's true. Unfortunately, the shot chart looks cluttered, and yet not many are circled. Here's a shot, missed underneath by Lassere, and the rebound by Fisher. On the outlet, Stefford. He'll push it up the floor. At mid-floor, the ball is going to be kicked out of his hands, and Spoonhunter will spin out of control. To the right-hand side, gives Holtison the shot partially blocked, missed, and the rebound by Bevill State.
Once again, the United Tribe coaching staff looking for another goaltending call. That time, that was a beautiful block right off the glass by Fisher.
Fisher double teamed underneath, comes up with a handle, gives top of the key. Stefford from three. It is good. Stefford with 11. 57-46, the largest lead of the game is at 11. Quickly down the floor, Abbey with the drive, dumps to Lassere, the layup, no good. Rebound tapped out, coming up with it, Holtison. He'll shoot the three, and this time it drops.
And Scott, I'm pretty sure that is 18 threes on the game combined for these two teams.
To the left side.
16 in the first half.
Bevill State with the ball. Here's a three. It's no good. United Tribes with the rebound. Up the floor they come. 4-on-2. They kick in the corner. Holtison three. Good.
We're definitely blowing that record out of the water today in this game. 21 threes in a game. That's long gone.
Up the middle of the floor. United Tribes steals it away. On the full court feed. Holtison on the quick dish. Abbey layup. Good.
What a beautiful left-handed layup by Abbey to get the ball off the glass, keep it away from the defense, and still connect on the shot.
Stefford with the ball for the Bears of Bevill State. Off to the left-hand side, they kick. Now back up Stefford. 57-54, Bevill State with the lead. 16:08 left to go here in the game. On the drive, Stefford missed the dunk. Rebound, Fisher lost the handle, and a foul is going to be called.
I'm not sure what happened that time with United Tribe's defense, Scott. They're trying to play a 2-3 zone, and when one of the shooters, Marcus Tyree, came down to the right corner, that top defender went down with him and just left a wide open hole to the basket. Unfortunately for Bevill State, unable to connect on the dunk.
You want to know how fast-paced this game has gotten? They've added people to the scorers table to help with substitutions and assists.
Well, I think that is a wise move on their part. In the first line change of the second half for Bevill State, 5 new, fresh players into the game.
Fisher at the line, missed the first free throw. He's got another one coming. 16:04 left to play. 57-54. The advantage, Bevill State. Fisher's free throw good. He's got 5 points.
And that time, Scott, as Stefford walked off the court, he was the Bevill State player that had missed the dunk, kind of pounding himself in the head and pointing at his chest, saying, "I know, coach, my bad, shouldn't miss a dunk."
That's all he was doing, was beating bowling to the punch.
Exactly, a preemptive strike. Maybe if I tell coach, he won't tell me.
McCormick on the right side, out beyond the arc, looks down low, comes down inside, and it's batted away by Bevill State. Up the floor, Harge. 2-on-2, Harge, layup. No good. The rebound by Lassere on the outlet, gives the ball to Abbey up the floor. 2-on-1 break. Abbey stops, pops, missed it, but the putback by Spoonhunter is good.
And that's why you always tell your players you have to follow the play up the court, even if it looks like it's a gimme.
Thomas to Bach, and the layup is good. Bach with his first 2 points. Right side of the floor, Blunt with the basketball, stops and gives in the corner. Abbey on the cross court, no look. McCormick from 3, missed it. Rebound, Abbey on the glass, it is good.
And United Tribes hanging tough. They don't have quite the numbers that the Bevill State team does, but these boys are playing hard. They're letting it all hang out right here.
60-58, and United Tribes steals it away. A chance to tie or take a lead. Up the floor, Lassere to Blunt from 3. No good. Rebound underneath by the Technical Tribe School, and a foul is going to be issued on the putback by Lassere. He couldn't get it to fall, but the foul will send him to the line.
What a great offensive rebound by Lassere. What a heads-up play, knowing that that ball, when shot from the opposite side of the court, it was going to come all the way over if he missed it. Got himself into position to get that rebound and put it nice and hard up off the glass. He didn't make the shot, but he is on the line for 2.
Percy Lassere with 5 first-half points. Now steps up, and he's got a couple of freebies coming in his direction. The first one is up, and it is no good. Off the back iron.
And yet another line change for Bevill State. This time only 4 going in the game, not 5.
And we'll see how many stay out on the floor.
Yeah, let's see if, well, it looks like they have 5 now. 1, 2, yeah, and the officials, every time Bevill State makes a substitution, all 3 of them have to count just to triple check and make sure we have 5, not 6.
Lassere gets one of the 2, 60-59. Bevill State with the lead. They have the ball in the backcourt. They need to get it into the forecourt. Stepford brings it across the line, stripped away. Tribe with a steal up the floor. McCormick layup, good.
Scott, right now the Tribe is on a 15-3 run to take this lead.
61-60, 14:37 left to go. On the left-hand side, Stepford to Howard, to Stepford. To the right side, Tyree shoots the 3 off the front of the rim, no good, and the rebound by United Tribes. Up the floor they come, 2-on-2. All the way, coast to coast, the layup by Abbey, no good, but he's fouled. And he'll step up to shoot 2.
What great awareness by Abbey, knowing that he had that lane to the basket. All the way up the court, you could tell his head was kind of like on a pivot. He was looking right to left, right to left. Who's going to have the open shot? Realizing that both of his teammates have been covered by the defense. He split the defense right down the middle and took it in for the layup.
61-60, the lead by United Tribes. At the line with an opportunity to extend that is Eric Abbey. The first one is up and good. He's got 11. Blunt with 7, Lassere with 4, McCormick 8, Spoonhunter 13, Holtison 15, and Hackett with 2.
Well, Scott, right now for Bevill State to get that lead back, they're going to have to find some way to stop the bleeding because the Tribe is putting on quite a run right here.
Free throw by Abbey is good. 12 points for Abbey. 63-60, Thunderbirds lead. 14-18 left to go here in the game. Harge up top, double teamed, looks for help, finds it deep in the corner. Howard dunk.
How did he even get to the basket? He was at least 3 or 4 feet outside the lane. One step, and he slammed that one down hard.
Here's a 3 by Spoonhunter, and it's good.
Well, Spoonhunter brought his 3-point shot with him tonight, Scott. Now we know why he shoots 52% on the year from 3-point range.
Left-hand side, Stepford with the ball across the midcourt emblem. Top of the key, works down low on the drive, and a foul is going to be called as Graham made his way to the hole. Well, I'll tell you one coach that's breathing a sigh of relief, and that's Bill Finn, because had the Thunderbirds been on this kind of pace yesterday, there's no way they would have been able to stop them.
And right now, Scott, the Tribe is on a 20-5 run. Graham trying to see if he can stop this run.
At the line, Graham with the first free throw. It is no good. Now Graham will have a second opportunity. This one is on its way. Up and no good. Rebound put back is big by Stepford.
You gotta love that when your point guard on a rebound putback goes up for a one-handed slam.
3 by Spoonhunter, good!
Scott, he is just on fire. He is definitely in the zone.
Bevill State brings the ball up the floor. They work to Harge. Harge traveled.
Rick Bowling not happy about that at all. Quite a lot of contact there underneath the basket, thinking that should have been a foul on the drive to the basket. I thought with all that contact, nice no call, both players still moving.
69-64, the 5-point Thunderbird lead.
And you know, Scott, with 13 minutes to go, there are a lot of teams in this tournament that would be happy to score this much by now in a game.
Off the inbound, McCormick with the basketball in the backcourt, feeds it up the forecourt. Abbey on the run, layup, no good, but he's going to be fouled, and he'll step to the line. The Thunderbirds are so quick.
Well, I think both coaches told their teams. We heard a lot of coaches say that have been talking during this week that have said, you know, at the point in the season where I just sat down and quit coaching and just let the guys play, that's when we experienced our most success, and that's what we're seeing tonight. I don't think either one of these coaches have really said a lot to their team other than who to go in and who to come out.
First free throw is no good. Now, Bevill State in a loss back in November scored 112 points. They did the same December 5th in a victory.
And that second free throw there was good. Oh, and almost an inbound steal. What a great defensive play. However, it was kicked by the Tribe. That's going to restart the clock for Bevill State.
And the Bears will get an opportunity to try to cut into the Tribe's 6-point advantage. In the backcourt, Bevill State will inbound. Full court pressure being applied by the Thunderbirds. They're going to give him some room. That will be Thomas inbounding the basketball. Does so to Stefford. Stefford's double teamed. Again, almost the steal. Stefford feeds it up the floor. They've got a man open. That's Fisher. Fisher is going to drive to the hole. Lost the handle. A collision at midcourt. Spoonhunter's going to come up with it. 2-on-1. Spoonhunter behind the back. And Abby is going to track it down and almost stripped away by Stefford.
Scott, the Tribe is lucky to get away with that there. That was an ill-advised pass by Spoonhunter. He didn't need to throw the behind-the-back pass. A jump stop and a nice soft bounce pass would have led his teammate right to the basket for an easy layup.
Yeah, but that wouldn't look nearly as good.
You're
Angela.
right. That just wouldn't look near as good.
Tribal inbound on the left-hand side of the forecourt. Spoonhunter across the top. Gives it to McCormick on the alley-oop. The layup, no good. And the rebound all the way out top. Abby comes up with it. Gives to McCormick. Shoots the 3 ball. Missed it off the back iron. Rebound on the baseline by Blunt. The layup is good. Blunt with 9, 72-64. The Thunderbirds are up by 8 in the backcourt. They almost steal it away. Stefford will get it into the forecourt. Allums stops up top. Gives to Fisher. 16-footer, no good. Rebound by Tyree. On the baseline, he stops and is going to be hammered.
And that was a great rebound by Marcus Tyree. 6'1" under there, battling against 6'5" and 6'6". And he knew how to tip that ball so that he would be able to come down with it, to be able to keep it away from the defense.
12:29 remains. 72-64. The advantage belongs to the Thunderbirds of United Tribes. The winner moves on to tomorrow's afternoon action. The loser is done on the 98-99 season, and the first free throw is good. Well, Angela Yost, they say the game of basketball is supposed to be fun, and this game has been all about fun.
Oh, this has been a great game to watch. Whether or not you're cheering for one of the teams or not, just one of the best games that's been played all week.
Tyree missed the free throw. The rebound all the way out top by Holthison. On the drive, it's stripped away. Beautiful save by Thomas. And did he get the timeout? I don't think so. They're going to say stepped out of bounds.
What a heads-up play by Thomas. And how quick was he coming from the low block when that ball was tipped out near the 10-second line of the volleyball court to beat the United Tribes down the court and block that ball out of bounds.
Off the inbound, Spoonhunter will work the basketball inside. Lassier stops, shoots, missed it, and the rebound knocked out of bounds. It goes to Bevill State.
Well, there's some jawing going on now with Lassier and Fisher. I think the officials are kind of keeping their eye on that.
In the backcourt, Stefford with the ball, middle of the floor to Thomas, and we've got a foul, and this is going to go against Thomas on the charge.
Yeah, that was a charge. Spoonhunter saw all the way down the court who that ball was going to go to. He did a good job of getting in position, knowing they had to give him one step to come down with the ball, got himself set, and Thomas just didn't have time to react once he caught the ball. He was just going way too fast to be able to control that jump stop in time to avoid the charge.
Well, for those of you in our immediate listening and viewing area, the games this evening will not be broadcast on either radio or television. So to watch DACC, you'll have to be here. Lassier with a 3, missed it. Bevill State with the ball up the floor. Stefford on the give to Tyree, and he missed it. Rebound underneath, put back, good. And the layup by Mason gives him his first 2 points of the game. Quickly to Spoonhunter, 18 feet out, it's good. Spoonhunter with 21, 74-67. Bevill State trails. The feed up the floor, out of bounds, and the ball belongs to United Tribes.
And that's the 8th turnover of the half for Bevill State, Scott. That's going to give the Tribe a chance to extend their lead.
11:35 remains in the game, a 7-point Thunderbird lead. Slowly up the floor, McCormick Walks the dog across the green stripe at mid-floor to Spoon Hunter. Shoots the three. Missed it off the side of the rim, and the rebound by Mason. On the outlet, he gives the ball to Stefford. Stefford up the floor. Across midcourt. Off to the right-hand corner. Dumps in the corner to Harge. Harge upstairs. Three. Mason. No good. Rebound inside. Knocked out of bounds. And it was last touched by Howard and belongs to United Tribes.
With the pace of this game, Scott, I think that these officials are kind of happy for all these substitutions that keep coming in. Give them a chance to take a quick breather.
Well, the most points scored in this year's tournament, 95-91, the Brown-Mackey-Cecil game. So that's 185 points.
And that one went into overtime, didn't it?
It did indeed. Here's a jumper on the way. Holderson can't get it. Rebound by Bevill State. Up the floor they come. To the left-hand side. Harge trying to get Howard the alley-oop. Instead, they work down low. Bach now to Howard, and the layup is good.
What unselfish play by Bevill State. All five players touch the ball. One more pass, looking for that perfect open shot.
Up the floor, McCormick kicks off left-hand side. Holderson on the baseline. Tried to get it to Lassere, and it was knocked out of bounds. It'll come back to the Thunderbirds over on the left-hand side of the forecourt. Lassere with the ball, slaps it, puts it in play. Up top it comes. McCormick out beyond the arc, looking around. Works the ball up top and in between the circles. To the right-hand side. Dumps off to Blunt. Blunt back in the middle and around the perimeter. McCormick from three. Up the back iron. Won't fall. Bach with the rebound. On the outlet, Harge. Harge has it knocked up into the forecourt. The loose ball on the floor. Stefford has it. Knocked loose by the Tribe. Now coming away with it is Harge. He drives to the bucket and he got the layup.
What great hustle by Bevill State to continue with that play, thinking maybe 2 or 3 times the Tribe had come away with it. Great hustle, diving on the floor after the loose ball.
74-71, Thunderbirds with the lead. 9:48 left to go, and we've got a 20-second timeout, so we'll keep it here and take a couple of deep breaths to get set for the final 9 minutes and 47 seconds of this game. A 74-71 Thunderbird lead.
And I don't think that timeout came any too soon for the United Tribes team. They're really starting to get a little bit winded. They just don't have as many athletes on their bench as Bevill State. They're having to go with the same guys for an extended number of minutes, whereas Rick Bowling, with his numbers, is able to run 5 fresh guys in every couple of minutes.
By the way, we want to take the opportunity to recognize our corporate sponsors making this year's tournament possible, including the Commercial News, Pepsi, Ramada Inn, Devereaux T-Pack, Dr. Daniel Detmers Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Burger King, Ures Dining Services, McLeod USA, the Palmer Bank, Illinois Power, Schick School and Office Supply. All corporate sponsors on this year's tournament. 9:47 left to go here in the game. 74-71, the lead by the Thunderbirds. Off to the left-hand side, Spoon Hunter with the ball, gives it in the middle of the court. On the leaner, good by Blunt, and he's got 11. Back to a 5-point spread. Bevill State with the ball, double team. They give to Howard. Howard in the forecourt. Looking across floor, finds Harge. Harge is going to take it to the paint. Pulls up, lost the handle, rebound. Loose on the floor, and who's going to come away with it? The Tribe. 3-on-1. Spoon Hunter up the floor, bounce pass Blunt, and he's going to be fouled by Mason.
Scott, I think if some of this contact keeps up on both ends of the court, we might have to get out some pads and helmets and just go find a football.
9:15 remains, a 5-point ball game, and the lead belongs to United Tribes. As we were mentioning earlier, for our local affiliates, both along Time Warner Cable Television and WDAN Radio, the games tonight, the 2 semifinal games, will not be televised or broadcasted by radio. So if you want to find out firsthand what Danville Area Community College does in their trip through the Final Four, you'll have to be here tonight to see it. Plus, they are expecting about 2,200 people tonight. The gates will open at about 5:45, and you should plan on being here somewhere before 6:30.
That's going to be a great game tonight with DACC and Moraine Valley.
First free throw no good. Blunt's second is. He's got 12. 77-71. A 6-point lead for United Tribes. Bevill State with the basketball. Bethel in the forecourt. Brings it across the timeline. Double team coverage. They give to Fisher. Fisher stops inside. Thomas layup good. Thomas with 4. 77-73. Bevill State steals it away. Off the inbound. Thomas to Howard to Thomas, and it's stripped out of bounds and comes back to the Bears.
What a great defensive play by Thomas to strip that ball away in the backcourt. Half of his teammates weren't even aware they were running down court to get into defensive position.
Underneath, Bevill State will inbound. It comes to Fisher. He stops, shoots. He's going to be fouled, and he's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
And that time, Lucier had every member of his team out on the court begging for the jump ball with him. He wasn't all alone on that one.
Well, again, back to the good folks in Alabama listening along, our affiliates there. Charlie Gray wanted to make sure I told everybody there he's having a good time and wish you were here.
It's been a great tournament for Bevill State. It's been fun watching them play. I had the opportunity about a month and a half ago, the end of January, to go down and visit down there and watch this Bevill State team play at Walker College. It was a fun trip. Got to meet some really nice people down there. Hope they're listening. Like to say hello.
6 points for Brian Fisher as he knocks down one of the 2 free throws. 77-74. The 3-point advantage belongs to United Tribes, and they're going to inbound the basketball. They do so in the backcourt. Spoonhunter to McCormick and back to Spoonhunter. Now he's going to work it across the State of Illinois emblem at mid-floor. Up to the right-hand side, going toe-to-toe with Howard. Now to the top. Left-hand side, he'll pull up the 3. Missed it on the side of the rim. The tip won't go, and Tyree with the board. On the outlet, clear for the Bears. Bethel to the right-hand side of the forecourt. Gives it back to Tyree. He'll shoot a 3. This one is no good. On the follow-through, Tyree gets his own, kicks it away.
Graham
tried to get it underneath to Graham, and yeah, Graham just didn't even see it.
Nope. I think that pass was just a little bit too hard. As close as Tyree was to him, he should have taken just a little bit off that pass. That was just going too hard for him to get to it. And Scott, so far in the second half, United Tribes have made 4 3-pointers. Bevill State's made 1. That brings our total for the game for these 2 teams up to 21. So we've already tied the record with 8 minutes to go.
Well, and that record is just for this year's tournament. We're still doing some research to find out the tournament as a whole. Meanwhile, on the baseline, Spoonhunter kicks it out top. Holtison on the drive for the Tribe, gives to Abby from 3, and it's good.
Well, we found our new, we're starting right now on our new tournament record for this year for three-pointers combined by 2 teams.
And a drive by Thomas is good. He's got 6. On the outlet, stolen away by Bethel. Bethel on the drive, gives inside, and Graham's bucket is good. He's got 4. Bevill State is pulled within 2, 80-78 with 7:35 left to go in the game. Almost another steal by Bethel. This time the Tribe get it up the floor. 3-on-1. They give to Lacier. Lacier on the baseline. Now we'll feed it back up top. Spoonhunter, 3-ball, good! 83-78. Bevill State trails with the ball. 7:15 left to go. Up to the left-hand side. Bethel gives the ball in the corner. Thomas, jumper, no good. Rebound picked up middle of the floor by the Tribe. Piercy up the floor. Kicks off left-hand side to McCormick from 3. Good!
And United Tribes is just lighting it up from 3-point range. And Rick Boland's taking a full time out here. He wants to talk to his team about it.
6:59 left to go in the game. 86-78. The Thunderbirds with the lead over Bevill State. You're listening to the NJCAA Division II Men's Basketball National Tournament Network. 86-78. The lead by United Tribes. 6:59 left to go in the game. Bevill State with the basketball on the inbound in the backcourt. They work it to Stepford. Stepford to Mason. Mason up the floor. Now gives it into the hands of Howard. Howard back up top. Stepford. Stepford between the rings, looking off to the left, now to the right. Kicks to Tyree. Tyree to Stepford. Stepford to Tyree. On the lob, down low, overthrew the intended receiver. It got past Artemis Howard, and the ball goes out of bounds. Another Bevill State turnover. To the right-hand side, the Thunderbirds work the basketball. Up by 8 with 6:28 left to play in the game. Holtison to the right side. Back to the left they kick. McCormick with the basketball. McCormick to Holtison. Holtison on the drive. Baseline feeds inside. Lassier lost the handle. It goes out of bounds and belongs to the Bears.
Scott, we said it I don't know how many times last night about McCormick's ability to penetrate, break down a defense, and make that pass. And I'm not sure how many times last night, I wish we had the statistic on that one, his teammates just couldn't get the handle on the ball. Had the nice, easy shot. He set him up perfectly, and then they just lost the handle out of bounds.
Howard on the left-hand drive. Stops for Bevill State. Gives to Mason up top. And Mason let it go by, thinking it was intended for Stepford.
Well, I think we see two players right now coming out for Bevill State. And that was the 12th turnover of the second half for Bevill State. That's going to bring Mason out of the game.
Boy, you just can't win games at this level, turning the ball over 12 times and a half. And 6 minutes remain here in this contest. The Thunderbirds with the lead. Off to the right-hand side. They stop. Give. The ball in the hands of Holtison. Holtison stops, hands it inside Lassier. Lassier to McCormick. McCormick, baseline bounce pass. Spoonhunter missed it. Rebound by Bevill State. On the outlet to Stepford. Stepford mugged in the backcourt, dumps it off to Howard. Howard threw it away.
And that is the 26th turnover of the game, Scott, for Bevill State. And that takes Rick Bowling down to the end of the bench looking for a substitute here. Trying to find someone that can hold on to the ball for his ball club.
Well, in fact, you look around the stands and the Bevill State fans that are here are all shrugging their shoulders. They can't believe what they're seeing in front of their eyes. 13 second half turnovers, and the last few haven't even been close. Spoonhunter with a feed inside for the Tribe. Back up top it comes. McCormick. Spoonhunter, three. In and out, won't go. And the rebound by Bevill State. Up the floor they give to Stepford. Stepford across the timeline. On the lead to Fisher. Fisher underneath to Tyree. Inside they work. Having some trouble. Thomas pulls up, shoots, missed it, but Fisher with a monster dunk.
He can just jump out of the gym, Scott. He was almost over the top of the backboard that time when he came down.
A three in the corner is good. Eric Gabby with 19 points.
And that's the 7th of this half for the Tribe and the 25th combined for the game.
89-80. Here's a three by Stepford. It's good. Stepford with 16 points. And we've got a 20-second timeout. We'll keep it here. 89-83, the lead by United Tribes with 4:38 left to go in the game. And folks, this has been nothing but fun, fun, fun.
What a great game to watch. You don't even have to be a fan of either one of these teams to be sitting here watching this game, to be able to enjoy the level that these two teams are playing at right now, the intensity that they're playing with, the hard work that's going into this game. And you can tell that both of these teams are just laying it all out on the line, knowing they have nothing to lose. They lose, they go home. They win, they stay in. Both teams giving it everything they've got.
Just turned around and looked at Jim Owens, Jim Welling, the head coach of Owens Community College. He said, forget it. We're just going to pack up, go home tonight, and be happy with 6th place. This is unreal basketball. And now the Tribe have thrown it away over on the left-hand side. Bevill State's going to get it with 4:37 left to play here in the game.
Well, you know, there's a flip side to every coin, Scott. While the Owens staff is really happy that Spoonhunter had the game he did last night, the Tribe staff is thinking, where were these shots when we needed them last night?
Up top with the basketball, Bevill State has it. Stepford dribbles to the right-hand side, kicks across the top, hard, drives into the paint, dumps down low and threw it away.
And once again, The 27th turnover of the game for Bevill takes Rick Bowling down the coach, looking for someone that can hold on to the ball.
Brian Fisher will steal the inbound. Gives it up the floor to Thomas. Thomas to Hards, left-hand side. Stepford fires a three. Good!
And that's the third of the half for Bevill State.
19 for Stepford. 89-86. A three-point lead for the Thunderbirds. Underneath 4 minutes to go in the game. To the right-hand side with the basketball. Holthison kicks it across the floor. McCormick. McCormick holds out top. Back to Holthison. Holthison gets a pick, sets up, looks for the feed, dishes to McCormick. Left-hand side, Spoonhunter. Down underneath, Lassier. He stops, shoots, scores.
And Scott, those last two threes by Stepford that he connected on, he is shooting just 24% on the season, has made 25 of 104 threes, and he hit back-to-back threes to put him at 19 points. Where on the year, he's just averaging 8 points a game.
We've got a whistle on the play, and this is going to go underneath against United Tribes. The foul will be on Randy Holthison. That is his first. And the sixth against the Thunderbirds. Both teams are now in the bonus. His second, my correction. Bevill State inbounds the basketball. On the bounce pass, they come to Tyree. Tyree double teamed in the corner, works to Stepford, inside Fisher, and he dunks it.
And that time, Lucier was underneath the basket, and he just got out of the way. There was no question as soon as Fisher touched that ball where it was going, and Lucier didn't want it coming down on his head.
91-88, the Thunderbirds up by 3. 3 minutes left to go in the game. McCormick across the top, gives to Holthison on the drive, layup, good. Holthison knew it would be blocked by Fisher unless he got it up in the air, and he rolled it almost across the top of the backboard. He let it up so high.
And that still wasn't almost high enough with Fisher's vertical.
Tyree drives, missed it. The tip is good. And who are they going to credit the bucket to? I think they'll give it to Brian Fisher. Instead, it'll be Thomas.
Yeah. Josh Bean sitting here next to us, statistician for Bevill State. He said the same thing. Derek Thomas went up. He went up above Fisher and got that put back.
There's a timeout on the floor. Let's take it. 2:36 left to go in the game. 93-90. The Thunderbirds lead the Bears. You're listening to the NJCAA Division II Men's Basketball National Tournament Network.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
93-90, the lead belongs to United Tribes. They have the ball with 2:25 left to go here in this second half of basketball, and the ball is knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Bears.
And Scott, right now I'm really impressed with United Tribes, how hard they've played all game with so few substitutions, and they're still in this game, working hard. Last 2 minutes of the game, they know they got to lay it out on the line, just play ball.
To the left side, Spoonhunter, three, good!
The 8th of the half for the Tribe.
In the backcourt. Bevill State has the ball knocked out of bounds. Piercy Lassier, the last to touch it. And the ball belongs to Bevill State underneath the Bears' den. 96-90 with 2:07 left to go in the game. Off the inbound, Stepford lobs inside. A three on the way. It is no good for Howard, and it touched the back. The ball belongs to United Tribes. It hit off the front rim and then touched the standard. And when that happens, the play is ruled dead and your opponent receives the ball, and that's what exactly happened. United Tribe with the basketball up the floor, stripped away by Stepford. On the feed, they give the layup, no good, and a foul is going to be issued. Howard will head to the line.
And Scott, here in the second half, Spoon Hunter's doing for his team what he's done all year. He's been their leading scorer at just over 20 points a game, and here in the second half, he has 16 already.
Stepping to the line will be Artemis Howard. He's got 15 points. First one on the way is no good, and he's got another one coming. You need the points with the clock stopped. 96-90. Thunderbird lead, 1:52 left to go in the game.
And on the year, Scott, Howard just a 59% free throw shooter. Bevill really not a good free throw shooting team.
Second one is good.
On the year as a team, they're just shooting right at 62%.
16 points for Howard, 96-91. The advantage belongs to United Tribes, and they're going to inbound the ball. Couple of substitutions. Spoon Hunter wanted to go up the length of the floor. They give to Lucier. Lucier on the right-hand side, dumps it off. On the way, the drive, no good, and goaltending is going to be called.
Yeah, once again, Abby had taken that ball in, driven it all the way in, had it up on the glass, just about ready to fall on the basket. Big block there by Bevill State, however, goaltending.
98-91, 1:47 left to go in the game. United Tribes with the lead. The winner of this game plays Owens Community College for 5th place tomorrow afternoon. The loser has concluded this season. Bevill State with the ball. They give to Howard down on the baseline. Up top, Tyree. Tyree feeds. Stepford shoots a three. Missed it, and the rebound put back no good. Loose on the floor, and the Thunderbirds have the ball in the backcourt. McCormick with the basketball. 1:25 left to play. McCormick off to the right-hand side, Abby. Abby in the middle of the floor is going to be fouled.
Well, right now, Scott, once again, we're down to that time of the game where you start talking about possessions, fouls, stop the clock, hopefully force United Tribes into missing a couple. They're kind of tired, starting to hold on to their shorts. Hopefully those legs, they're going to give a little bit, come up short on a couple free throws, give you a couple possessions to get down with some quick scores, get yourself back into this game if you're Bevill State.
At the line, Eric Abbey trying to add to his 19 points. The first one is good. He's got 20. Well, and if the Thunderbirds can notch this one, it will be the first time in this year's tournament a team has reached the century mark. Free throw on the way. It is good. 21 points for Eric Abbey. Bevill State with the ball, down by 9. Across the timeline, they work it in the corner. Fisher with the ball, inside. Howard dunk.
And that time he took off from the free throw line, Scott.
Quickly.
Bevill State trying to get a timeout there after that last dunk, but they didn't get it quick enough. United Tribes very quick getting the ball and forcing Bevill State to foul.
Well, and that's the way they've been all game.
Exactly. As soon as that ball comes through the net, someone's grabbing it right out of the net, stepping out of bounds, getting that quick pass in. And Bevill State kind of lackadaisical that time, turning around, looking at their coach. Should we call a timeout? Do we want that? And United Tribes already had the ball up the court.
Yeah, with these two teams, you don't have time to make decisions about anything.
No, you just do it. React.
At the line, the free throw by McCormick is no good. The rebound put back by Holthison, no good. Abbey with the rebound for the Tribe. The putback block, rebound by Stepford. 1 minute left to go in the game. The Bears of Bevill State down by 7. Off to the left-hand side. They work the ball to Howard, and he's going to be fouled. Last night, a team was down by 5 points and came back.
And I'm not sure that time why Lucier stepped out and committed that foul so far away from the basket. You're up by 7 points. The last thing you want to do is stop the clock and allow the team to get back into the game by hitting some free throws with the clock stopped.
Howard's first free throw is good. He's got 19 points.
And Scott, we've been keeping an eye on the Owens coaching staff right behind us all game, just kind of grinning and shaking their heads, wondering what they're going to do with these two teams tomorrow. But one thing they have to be happy about is how hard and intense these two teams have played, knowing that they're probably going to be a little bit tired when they face them tomorrow.
Second free throw no good. Fisher's tip no good. And the Thunderbirds with the rebound and a foul in the backcourt against Stepford. The clock stops. 47 seconds to play. 6-point lead for the Thunderbirds. Could you imagine scoring 100 points and still not have a comfortable lead?
No. That's like a game in the NCAA is about, what was it, 10, 11 years ago? Score 120 points in a game and still get beat by 30. How disappointing would that be?
At the line for the 1-and-1, Richard McCormick trying to add to his 11 points for the Tribe. The free throw on the way. It is no good. And the rebound underneath, knocked to the ground, picked up by Bevill State, and we've got a foul on Lucier.
And Lucier better watch it. He has 4 fouls now, 45 seconds to go in the game. And the way he's been playing the last 30 seconds or so, he could foul out pretty quick. And his team needs him on the court to control those rebounds right now. It's just a 2-possession game, and Bevill State has a chance to cut this lead down to 4 now.
Back Lucier and McCormick have 4. Spoonhunter with 3. 45 seconds to play. 100-94. Thunderbirds lead at the line. Derek Mason for Bevill State. The free throw is no good. Fisher with the rebound, and the ball is knocked out of bounds. It'll come back to Bevill State underneath. Now Rick Bowling wants some quick substitutions. It'll be Stepford and Howard into the lineup, so now we're going to play offense-defense.
Exactly. That's what we're going to be looking at now for Rick Bowling's team. I thought maybe we'd see some substitutions for the Tribe, maybe get some quicker defender players in there, but they choose not to substitute at this point.
On the inbound, the ball knocked loose on the floor. Spoonhunter comes up with it, and they call timeout.
What a heads-up play by McCormick, knowing that Spoonhunter was in trouble on the floor, was probably going to travel with the ball. He calls a timeout from behind.
They want a 20. Do they have any 20s left? They do, and that's what they want. It'll be a 20, so we'll keep it here with 39 seconds left to go in the game. 100-94. United Tribes Technical College leads Bevill State Community College.
And in the last minute 13, Scott, Bevill has gone cold from the line, hitting only 2 of 5.
Coming up tonight, 2 semifinal games in the championship bracket. The first one at 6:30 between the Knights of Newbury College taking on Brown Mackey College Lions. And in the nightcap, the battle for bragging rights in the state of Illinois when Moraine Valley Community College takes on Danville Area Community College. That game at 8:30. 194, Thunderbirds with the lead, 39 seconds to play in the game. They'll inbound to McCormick. McCormick in the backcourt. They give the ball up to Spoonhunter, and Spoonhunter's going to be fouled. So we'll walk down and shoot.
And that foul, putting Spoonhunter at the line, that's the last person you want to foul if you're Bevill State right now. On the year, Spoonhunter is a 92% free throw shooter.
Spoonhunter steps up to the stripe. Toes it up at the line. The first free throw is up and no good. So it remains a 2-possession lead for the Tribe.
Well, we know how quickly a 2-possession game can swing when these two teams are shooting the threes.
Next one on the way. This one is good. It's up to a 3-possession lead.
And Bevill's choosing to roll the ball almost up to half court, save a few seconds off the clock.
Thomas in the paint, shoots, scores, and a timeout on the floor. We're going to keep it here with 31 seconds left to play. The shot clock is off, and United Tribe has a 5-point, 101-96 lead, which they hope to hang on to for 31 more ticks of the clock.
And what a smart play by Thomas that time, knowing a 3-possession game, his team is going to have a 2 at some point in the game. He saw the opening in the lane when the Tribe cleared out to cover the 3-point shooters that had spotted up. He just took it right down the lane for the easy 2, so he could get a quick timeout, save some time on the clock.
Scoring-wise, and I'll try to get through all these. First of all, for Bevill State, Tyree with 15, Hards with 7, Allums with 6, Thomas with 10, Stepford with 19, Howard with 19, Graham with 4, Mason with 2, Bach with 2, and Fisher with 12. For the Thunderbirds, Blount with 12, Abbey with 20, Lucier with 8, McCormick with 11, Spoonhunter with 28, Holtison with 19, and Hackett with 2.
Wow, what a game that's been played by these two teams. When this game is over, someone's going to have to go home, but you don't want to send either one of the teams home after a game like this. You'd like to see them continue. You hate it that there has to be a winner and a loser, but that's what happens when you get two teams out on the floor.
Well, and that's been the case so often throughout this week of basketball here in the national tournament. United Tribes inbounds the ball, and they throw it away out of bounds. It belongs to Bevill State. Down by 5 with 31 seconds to go.
What a critical mistake here by United Tribes, giving Bevill a chance to cut this lead even further.
On the inbound, Tyree in the corner from 3, good!
And Rick Bowling very smartly that time before his team even inbounded the ball, told the officials standing right in front of him, we score on this, we want a timeout, so he could get that called before United Tribes would have a chance to push the ball up the court.
101 to 99 with 29 seconds left to go. United Tribes with the ball and a 2-point lead.
Just proving that no lead is ever safe. 29 seconds to go, a one-possession game. You don't even have to foul now. You come down, you play good defense, maybe a half-court trap, come up with a turnover, you may get the lead or at least tie. With an overtime game, Scott, who knows how many points these two teams are going to be able to score.
Well, we want to take the opportunity to thank all of our affiliates along the network joining us for this game, including WKXM FM out of Winfield, Alabama, WFFN AM out of Jasper, Alabama, KLXX AM out of Bismarck, North Dakota, KLND out of Little Eagle, South Dakota, and KILI in North Dakota. Them, along with our flagship station, WDAN AM out of Danville, Illinois, and our television flagship, Time Warner Cable in Danville, Illinois, all bringing you today's game. Thunderbirds with the ball in the corner. It's stripped away, but a foul is going to be called, and we'll walk down to the other end and shoot.
Well, Bevill did the smart thing. If you're going to foul, foul quickly. They let less than 3 seconds come off the clock that time with that foul. Now, one made free throw. It's a one-possession game still, 2, and it's a two-possession game.
101-99. The Tribe lead by 2, and they're going to walk down to the other end of the floor and shoot. They've got 2 free throws coming. It'll be McCormick at the line.
And Scott, if you're Bevill State, McCormick's the guy you want to have on the line shooting, because on the year he's just a 59% free throw shooter.
First one by Richard McCormick is up, and it is good. McCormick with 12. A 3-point Thunderbird lead. 26 seconds to go in the game. The next one by McCormick. On the way, it is good. 13 for McCormick. A 4-point lead for the Thunderbirds, and Bevill State threw it out of bounds. Howard couldn't come up with it.
What a critical turnover that time. He just took his eye off the ball and went right through his hands out of bounds.
Spoonhunter looks to inbound, does so. Up top they give. 22 seconds left to go in the game, and a foul is going to be called by Stepford. 103-99 with 21 seconds left to go in the game.
Well, Scott, last time that McCormick stepped up to the line, I said he's the one you want there if you're Bevill State, but maybe he's the one you want there if you're United Tribes. He just iced 2.
And he's got 2 more on the way. The first one is up, and it is good.
What clutch free throw shooting at this point in the game. 21 seconds to go, fighting for a chance to continue on in this tournament, and you step up there and give your team a 5-point lead.
Next one now on the way. This one, too, is up. And it is good. Quickly up the floor, Bevill State with the ball. Thomas across the timeline. Pulls up, shoots the 3, missed it, gets his tip. He's got 12 points. The clock at 13, stolen away by Bevill State. Tyree with a three, it is no good. Rebound inside, Thomas put back, no good. Fisher with the ball, has it stripped loose on the ground. Timeout is called, and instead it's a jump ball with 2 seconds left to go in the game. 105-101, the Tribe with the lead. Bevill State had 2 opportunities to score, and Bevill State will get it on the inbound.
And if United Tribes comes away with it, that I think right there is going to be one of the key points of the game that people are going to be talking about for a long time, the missed open opportunities.
Stepford from 3, missed it, it's over, and the Tribe have won 105-101. We'll take a 1-minute break. When we come back on the network, we'll talk to the 2 coaches. You're listening to the NJCAA Division II Men's Basketball National Tournament Network.